All right, we had a winning day today. Again, not the biggest day, but I think we played today pretty well based off of how price action was looking. Today was pretty choppy, and I saw that a lot of people got cooked today. But other than that, I think we did pretty good. We ended up taking 75% of our profits, then leaving one runner to come up to these highs, and it ended up not getting taken. We ended up getting stopped out a little bit above break even. Again, where did I have my? There it is. That's right, my stop loss. That's where I had that. Ended up getting stopped out this red line. I didn't put it fully at break even. I just wanted to trail my stop a little bit. Ended up getting stopped out and making around $160 per trade. So $160 times 7 PA accounts. We made around $1,120 today, which is solid still for 1-to-1. Again, we could have made a little bit more, but I decided to take off 75% of my position size because I saw how we were reacting, and I'll go over that in the video. So other than that, let's go over the high time frame bias. A high time frame bias, right? We had these London session highs, 1 hour highs, these 1 hour lows, and London session lows that NASDAQ didn't take out, but ES did pre-market. And then we had these hourly lows, these 4 hour lows, and Asian session lows. And we also created an SMT coming in to the day, right? NASDAQ formed a high and a lower high, and then ES formed a high and a higher high. So in my eyes, I wanted to see us continue down at first and then take out these draws and liquidity down below because, again, we got a lot of low resistance draws and liquidity. But price just wanted to react off this hourly imbalance and then continue up, and that's where I decided to adapt to what the market was showing me what it wanted today. So let's scale to the 5-minute time frame, right? As we can see today, market opens, right? We came down, broke structure to the downside. We formed this hourly low at 9 a.m., right? NASDAQ didn't form that hourly low. We just had London session lows and these hourly lows down below. Market opens. We ended up breaking structure to the downside on both indexes, right? Broke structure to the downside, as you can see. I was like, sweet, bro. Like, we have no news today. Market's probably going to continue down this direction, take out these low resistance draws and liquidity down below. All this coming to this high time frame. Fair value gap, and then boom, would have been a good-ass trade. But market did not want to do that today. So as we can see, market came down, we broke structure to the downside, then we broke structure to the upside, right? Forming an S&T off of these lows. We formed a 5-minute S&T off these hourly lows. NASDAQ formed a low and a lower low, and then ES formed a low and, this is ES. ES formed a low and a lower low. NASDAQ formed a low and a higher low. So we formed a 5-minute S&T and broke structure on both indexes on the 5-minute time frame. So I was like, hey, we're already at these highs. We have a 4-hour fair value gap up here, as you can see. We're probably going to come and target that. So I was like, I'm going to be bullish right now. But ES was looking better because we were way lower on ES. I thought we at least could take out this 15-minute high, as you can see. And then we came into this 15-minute fair value gap where I took most of my take profits and left that one runner up to these London session and 1 hour highs because, as you can see, NASDAQ took those out, right? So I scaled down to the 1-minute time frame after I saw our 5-minute break of structure to the upside, right? Scaled down to the 1-minute time frame on both indexes. I decided to enter on ES because I had a better entry, right? Because NASDAQ came down. We inversed this. Oh, no, wait. This is a little bit ahead, right? This is around 10 a.m. Nope, around 10 a.m. Yeah. NASDAQ came down, inversed this 1-minute fair value gap. I was like, screw that. We already inversed so many fair value gaps today. Market looks choppy. I'm definitely not entering on NASDAQ. But again, I said if we end up respecting, I'll X this out. And here, I'll X this out too. I'll X all this stuff out for you guys so you guys can see. We ended up forming, after we broke structure to the upside, we formed one bullish fair value gap right here. Here's 1 minute bullish fair value gap and a second bullish 1-minute fair value gap, right? As we can see, right? 1, 2. I also marked out equilibrium, right? From these lows to these highs, these lows to these highs. As you can see, I waited patiently and I wanted to see price come into the fair value gap in equilibrium or one of the fair value gaps and then continue higher. I might have jumped the gun a little bit. I entered off of the first reaction of the fair value gap. As you can see, we came down, came into equilibrium, came into this bullish fair value gap. Didn't close underneath it, so we didn't inverse it, and then we ended up getting buying pressure out of it, out of equilibrium and the fair value gap. So I decided to enter off of that, putting my stop loss below equilibrium where it'd get invalidated. Right? I got in a little bit earlier because this candle started to move down a little bit. So I think I got in around, what is it, 638? So 638.50, 638.25. I got in around 638. So 638 was my entry. This was my stop loss. I put one take profit right here at the 15-minute high, right? One take profit taken off because we're approaching this 4-hour fair value gap. This is my little theory I had. You can say I'm wrong or right. We're approaching this 4-hour fair value gap. I was waiting for us to hit the 50% level and see selling pressure to the downside. We ended up breaking structure on the 1-minute time frame from this 50% level, the 4-hour imbalance on NASDAQ. So I was like, shit, we're probably going to continue lower. So we started making our way up a little bit more. I wanted our full take profit to hit here, but I ended up taking one take profit. I had one stop take profit set at this level right below the 15%. Blah, blah, blah. Holy shiznit. The 15-minute fair value gap, right? The 15-minute fair value gap. You guys can see me pretty well, right? The 15-minute bearish fair value gap because we're in a 4-hour bearish fair value gap on NASDAQ. So I took one right below it, and then I saw us start to break structure to the downside on NASDAQ, so I decided to take another one, 75% of my profits, because I thought this could be a place that we could potentially reverse. So I left one runner. I entered 4 micro E-minis. I took 3 of them. I left one runner all the way to the top because I wanted it to hit. And then I put my stop loss right below this fair value gap's low, right? Where it was basically created. Again, it was created right here, but I put it right below because if this got inversed, we're probably going to continue down, right? Ended up getting stopped out right here. I didn't put my stop loss at break even. I wanted to trail it a little bit. And then that was pretty much it for the trade. Price ended up coming back down. We would have been stopped out at break even. Even if we kept our full stop loss, would have been stopped out. And then price decided to rally back up and continue to where we wanted it to. But again, that's just part of trading. The market's going to do what it wants. So other than that, we hit a 1-to-1 basically. What did we hit off of our first take profit? A 1 to 1.4. Right? I mean, you could have said if we put our stop under here, it would have been a 1 to 2.6. But again, we still hit a 13-point trade on ES. Again, not the biggest, but we'll take it. Right? Other than that, 160 per account. We made around $1,200 today. These PA counts, especially the most recent ones that we've had for about a week now, those ones were down in a hole because if you remember me going back, if you go back in my YouTube, you can see that I was trading terrible for the last week or two. Just terrible. And I entered in the wrong position size on one of my trades. I entered minis instead of micros, had to exit out of that right away, lost like $250. So again, those accounts were down in the hole, minus $500. Now they're back to break even, which is nice. And then a couple other of my accounts, I think 2 of my other accounts were about $100 in profit, and then the rest that we've had for a longer time, those are about $200 in profit now. So again, these PA accounts have been a bitch, man. I'll be totally honest with you. But again, this is where I'm learning with my risk management best. We've been here before with 11 150K accounts. We have another attempt around with this, so it's 7 PA accounts, 50Ks. And we're just learning. We're learning and growing. We're learning the process over time. I think risk management was one of my biggest problems that I have to deal with now. And it's truly showing. Because again, on these PA accounts, we started them, we were down, then we were up, then we were down in a bigger hole, and then we made it back up, and we were up to like 500 profit per account, and then we ended up digging ourselves into a deeper hole. We're down, and now we're back to, again, a good position where we can be comfortable and just keep doing what we're doing. So overall, good trade day today. Today was definitely very choppy, definitely a hard day to predict, but again, I trusted my bias, trusted my skill, trusted my trade, let that one runner run. Didn't want to do what I wanted to do, but again, it's part of trading, right? So I appreciate everybody's like and subscribe. Hopefully these videos help you. Join the Discord while it's still free. We only have 10 seats left, and I post in-depth trade recaps on these trades. I go on my iPad, I circle everything out, I draw all that type of shit, and it's like a 20-minute video instead of it being a 5 to 10-minute video on YouTube and me quickly going over it. So again, appreciate everybody who's like and subscribe to my channel. Hopefully I can help you get over a couple speed bumps, right, in your journey. That's the whole point of my YouTube. Just showing the real truth, real reality of trading and as time goes on. So appreciate it. Thank you guys, and yeah, enjoy. Enjoy.